And welcome back, everyone. Welcome back to the grand finals of Sparkling Tuna Cup number 73. It has been an intense tournament so far. We've seen many players fall, and these two rise. They've risen here from the ashes of those other competitors in the tournament, and now we are here in the PvP, in the Protoss versus Protoss, and spawning in the top left-hand corner of Whispers of Gold in this best of 5, we have the Polish Protoss player, the red Protoss representing Streamer Zone. It is Gerald. And spawning in the bottom right-hand corner, we have his opponent, we have the Tuna himself, the blue Protoss player representing Offside Esports. It is Krystianer. And if you're in the chat, predictions are open. Place your bet to get your gamba going as you place your bets on who you think will claim the series here. Will it be one Polish Protoss or the other? What I will say is that Krystianer, again, he has won the most Sparkling Tunas in the history of our tournament series. He has won more than Björn, more than Nightmare, more than any other player. But Gerald is still a very strong competitor. They're quite close in skill. Both Gerald and Krystianer, they kind of rose through the ranks of the European Protoss scene over the past year of play, over the past couple of years, I should say. Ever since the COVID era of StarCraft, they've both been improving so much throughout 2020, 2021, 2022, 2022 into 2024, here and now. And we'll see who's our champion this week. Who is it going to be? Oh boy. For now, gate expand. A wild, greedy opener here out of Krystianer going for a gate expand. This is even greedier than what MaxPax does. Even MaxPax doesn't cut this many corners. Meanwhile, 2-gate opener out of Gerald. Krystianer, he is baiting Gerald into a 1-base all-in. He's like, mate, I already have my natural halfway done. What are you going to do about it? Well, the answer is Gerald sends out a second probe. It's going to be a 1-base all-in. So Krystianer is being as greedy as possible, going for a gate expand, and it's going to be on Gerald to punish that greed as the probe moves out across the map, and Gerald is setting up for a proxy. Stalkers are on the way, probe has arrived, soon to be with a pylon, and soon to be with, I would imagine, a reinforcing gateway, maybe even some tech as well. As a pylon has been placed, and we'll see if Krystianer can survive this. We'll see if Krystianer can pull off his best MaxPax impression. Now, bear this in mind, a big factor that people have been concerned about, or I should say have been bringing up, especially when it comes to MaxPax's style of PvP, is that defending here with these greedy builds is that much more difficult on the new patch because of the removal of Shield Battery Overcharge. Without Shield Battery Overcharge, it does mean that defending here on 2 bases is going to be very difficult. Bear that in mind. Meanwhile, cheeky pylon here in the main. Stalkers have arrived, shield battery is ready, and Krystianer, he does see, he knows. He does spot the pylon, is aware, should eventually deal with it. For now, is just dealing with the Stalkers. And he does start working on that pylon. It is going to be a proxy gateway across the map. No expand yet back at home. Hallucination is scouting. Krystianer trying to figure out, is it an all-in or not? So Krystianer, he responds with his own robo. Gateway's under fire. So far, Krystianer is keeping up with the production, at least, of Gerald. Going for the Stalkers, but here come the Warpins. Yeah, the Warpin does arrive, and Gerald, he will overwhelm. Takes down the first gateway. Going for the Stalkers. Shield battery almost out of energy. Oh, does get energy overcharged, but it's about to go down. Yeah, the Artosis Pylon depowers everything. The Robo, the Gateway, the Cybercore, the Shield Battery. Oh my god. And Gerald, he might just have too much. GG gets called, he breaks the natural, and Gerald takes game number 1. GG. Gerald does take a lead in the series again. Krystianer, he was being hyper greedy, going for a gate into Nexus, cutting so many corners, but he was punished. He was punished for it. He could not get away with it in the end, as Gerald did overwhelm. Was brutal to have the Artosis Pylon as well. Warp Gates barely did not complete. Likewise, the Robo was also caught out as well. GG. GG, well played. Gerald takes a lead. But it's a best of 5. Plenty more games ahead of us, and I would imagine that Krystianer, he's going to calm things down and open up in a much more standard fashion instead. I would imagine. Let's go. Here we go. Difficult choice to bet. Ah, Siema, papi, siema. Let's go. I wonder how many of these tournaments ended with a Gerald versus Krystianer finals. 2. There's a third. Ah, there you go. Kuro with the information. Let's go. Here we go. I will say that Gerald and Krystianer, they made it to the finals quite often, but as is being shown, facing off against each other in the finals, that is a little bit less common, at least in our online tournaments. In others, I'm sure, much more common. Much more common. And also, I'm pretty sure whenever these two face off in our events, it's like maybe in the semis or the quarterfinals, maybe sometimes earlier in the round, in the tournament. Regardless, here we go. We're getting into game 2 and spawning in the bottom left-hand corner of Amygdala. We have the Polish Protoss player, the red Protoss representing Streamer Zone. It is Gerald. Leading the series 1-0 and spawning in the top right-hand corner. We have the Polish Protoss player, the other Polish Protoss, the blue Protoss player representing Offside Esports. It is Krystianer. Gerald is an epic lane champion. Krystianer stands no chance. True, true. And Gerald, he is the best player in the UK. Oh, Eva, he must be excited. True. I can't imagine the excitement, the joy within Eva here, seeing his boy, his nation representative. Beautiful. For those who don't know, Gerald, he did recently travel to the UK, spent the night with Eva, and did become our most recent Epic Land champion. So congratulations to Gerald. God, I almost forgot. As Krystianer is being active, my eyes are on the probe. Oh no. Oh no. Not like this. Not like this. Sorry, I was thinking of Mixu and Vindicta. My apologies, my apologies. I was thinking of the other duo. Was it after or before Juby? Oh no. Not like this. Not like this. We do have plans, though. We do have plans to potentially host an end-of-year show match series between some of our regular competitors. And I'm thinking, I'm definitely considering for Jumi and Eva. Definitely am considering that. For the story, for the drama. For now, though, Proxy Robo. It is going to be a Proxy Robo here out of Krystianer, setting up for a 1-base all-in. Meanwhile, Gerald's back at home, going for a 2-gate opener, massing up Stalkers, and going for a Twilight Council before Expand. So Gerald, he's going to be rushing into Blink. Meanwhile, Krystianer rushing into, I would imagine, Immortal Production. Oh boy. So the turns have been tabled in a way. Krystianer being ready for his own aggression. Meanwhile, we can see Gerald, he's scouting, does have a probe on the right-hand side, a Stalker towards the left. Ooh, and are the Robos within range? No shot, Robos within range of the Xel'Naga. Ay, ay, ay. And Gerald, he sees all. He sees all. He knows all. Again, not the best placement for the Robo. This is something that we have to learn with a new map pool, is something like this. Something like the Xel'Naga and the range of it. And now Gerald is getting ready across the map, getting ready for his own pylon as well. His own proxy gateway, I would imagine. Oh, and Gerald, he's actually avoiding the proxy. He's just going across the map. He just doesn't care. Uh-oh. We could end up in a base trade. We may just commit to a base trade at this point. Krystianer is making his way towards the main. Likewise, so is Gerald. Back at home, what does Krystianer have? He has a force field. He has Sentry, he has a force field. We'll have an energy overcharge as well. Stalkers, they dive in, they knock down the first pylon. Likewise, Krystianer doing the same. He's doing the same here. Wargate does finish the game with City Power. Oh, the Artosis pylon once again. In game 1, it was for Krystianer. Game 2 for Gerald. Not like this. Yeah, pylons are being targeted down. Ay, ay, ay. Forced to recall. Gerald, he's racing back home. Okay, he does defend. He does hold. Pylons are finishing. Gerald, he's okay. He's okay, Pap. He's okay. Pylons do complete. Krystianer repowering his own gateways. Attempting to reinforce. He's on 3 gates. He's on 3 gates. Armies will clash. Blink is done. Yeah, Blink is done. And Gerald, he can chase this down. He dives. Oh, should be diving on the army. There we go. Goes to the dive. Takes down the Prism. Takes down the Stalkers, the Immortals, everything. Yeah, everything will fall. Massive cleanup here from Gerald. And Krystianer, he has nothing left. I mean, he has 1 Immortal. Soon to be 2. True. 2 Immortals here for Krystianer. Can still take a fight. Gerald, he has to respect it. Oh my god, 1 Stalker goes down. 2nd Stalker goes down. Gerald does overextend. And you have to respect the Immortals. As he does dive in, he wants 1 of them. Gets past the army, going for the pylon. And he will depower. Denies the war prism. Does blink away. Forces a recall. And from here, Krystianer, if he wanted to, he could try to expand. Yeah, probe moves out. Gerald, he has map control, does expand. I think it's like Krystianer. But Gerald, he will be able to expand, will be able to take the natural. Threatens the army. Krystianer doing the same. Gets another Stalker. Efficient trades here by Krystianer. Very efficient. He is holding his own. Gerald once again trying to pick off any stray unit, but he's being punished quite hard, at least recently, every time he does poke in. So we're going to calm down. Both players, they back up. We're going to be expanding. Gerald, he dives on the Immortal. He doesn't quite get it. Immortal pulls back in time. Trying to look down the army, takes out the sentries. Sentries go down. Oh my god, Gerald gets punished, trading 1 for 1. Does force out the force fields. Gerald pulling back. And again, both players are trying to work towards that mid game. Gerald potentially could try to dive on those sentries. Oh! Yeah, they look tempting. Doesn't quite get them. Not yet. Glaive's going to be on the way for Gerald. He's going to commit with Mass Adept. Committing into Glaives. Being chased down. So far, Krystianer is keeping up. Gerald, he does commit to the shade. Uh-oh. And he dives into the main. Releases the main base, gets us around here on the Immortal. Very nice catch. 1 Immortal does go down. Oh, but it's going to be a one-way trip. Gerald bleeding out these Stalkers. They're going to be going down 1 after the other. Forced to recall. Oof. 1 of them escapes. Just the 1. Yo, shout out to this probe. This 1 probe has been killing the rover the entire time. Oh my god. He's putting in the work. But yeah, it's been a bit of a shaky mid-game here with both players taking some losses here and there. Gerald's looking for opportunities, at times finding it, at times not. Here as well, Krystianer, he wants to engage in the fight. He brings forward his Immortals, takes down the Adepts. Reinforcements on the way. Gerald, he wants to commit. And he does pick up some of these Stalkers, but the Immortals, they still stand strong. Adepts tanking some shots. But the pylon does fall, and so does the proxy. So Krystianer, he secured himself. He has a worker lead. He's got a 3rd base on the way. Gerald, he's still on 2 bases. Krystianer is taking a lead, economically and with his army as well. Nice goes here by Gerald. Gets a shield battery. Does pick up a shield battery, setting up a proxy pylon. I mean, Gerald is committed. Gets the robo. But Gerald, he is behind. He's behind in bases. He's behind in workers. He has to get some kind of damage here. He is hoping to distract. As he distracts the main army, here come the adepts. They're shading into the natural. Sorry, in towards the main. They break in. Pylon goes down. They bust into the main base, going for the mineral line. Sentry falls. And probes are going down. Then they shade back towards the natural. Main army hits the third, and Krystianer is getting pulled apart. He's getting pulled apart here, but Gerald, he needs more damage. Goes for the shield battery. Doesn't quite get into the mineral line. Does get an immortal. One immortal goes down. The Adepts do a surprising amount of damage there. Likewise, they bust into the main once again. Krystianer, he's somewhat keeping up, but he does lose control of his third. Yeah, Stalkers are going down. And Immortal as well. The sentries. And Krystianer, he barely can't keep up, but here come the rest of the reinforcements. Blink does complete. And Krystianer, he can take the fight. At least he can try to. Gerald avoiding the army, going for the main, going for the mineral line. Ooh, and he does get in. 8, 9 probes going down, 11 even. And Krystianer, he just cannot keep up. We'll shut down the adepts at the same time. Stalkers, they hit the third base. 14 probes full. You know what's crazy? 14 workers full. Krystianer is still ahead. He's still up in probes. Crazy. I mean, Gerald is still only on 2 bases. He needs more damage. He needs to get more done. The adept harass was good, but maybe still not good enough. As Gerald gets chased back. More adepts morphing in. Headed towards the third base. They do pick up a couple of workers here. 4 probes going down, not bad. Maybe tonight getting up to 10 probes. For the first time in a long time, Gerald, he does take an economic lead. Is up in workers. And the adept harass just continues. Jesus. Just doesn't stop. Adepts, they just keep morphing in. Target firing probes, getting 14 or 15 workers. Oh my god, 16! An entire mineral line worth of probes go down. And Gerald, he's still not done. Shannon trying to keep up. Does split up his stalkers, more adepts on the way. Gerald now has his own third, now getting saturated. He has caught up, if not exceeding Krystianer now in the economy. Gerald even threading the expansion. Does thread the Nexus. Krystianer finally keeping up with the adepts. Does shut them down. Forced to recall. Adepts, they just keep shading in towards the third. This time Krystianer is ready for it. This time he is prepared. Somewhat. That's still another 5 probes falling. Jesus. Still another 5 probes. Gerald now has a 9 worker lead. Third base, fully saturated. Ooh, what about the main army though? Oh my god, that's a lot of stalkers going down. Gerald, he did overextend. He plummets an army supply. And now it's time for a counterattack. As I say that, the adepts, they just keep shading in. And Krystianer turns around. He turns back around. He races back home. He doesn't move out across the map. Oh my god. And that's another 9 probe kills. Nice catch. Krystianer cleans up the Adepts. He's aware of the pylon. He will focus it down. And finally he's defended. But at what cost? He's down to 38 workers compared to the 51 of Gerald. Now, Krystianer still has the army lead. Looking at the units tab here, Krystianer, he has 27 Stalkers to the 13 of Gerald. So in a head-on fight, Krystianer, he will win. Which is why it's on Gerald to make sure the army does not move out. The goal here with these Adepts is not just to kill workers, but to keep Krystianer busy and to stop him from pushing. Here comes the Shade, here come the Adepts. Krystianer is moving out across the map. And he doesn't turn around. He does commit. First Immortal has arrived. Krystianer is aware. Forcing the army out into the open. Krystianer with a better concave. Does get the more efficient fight off. Does trigger the shields. Shields run out. And Krystianer does go for the dive. It's tempting. There's a shield battery. Fourth base on the way. Krystianer doesn't commit. He's still up 10 Stalkers. Does get the Immortal. Nice pickup. The Immortal goes down. Krystianer, he has +1 as well. And Gerald, even though he did well harassing across the map, he's having a harder time here in the head-on fight. Nice blinks though. But the Stalkers are getting so low. And Krystianer, he does take the fight. He does break through. He's pushing in. Down to 5 Stalkers. Pylon goes down. No more energy on the shield battery. And Krystianer, he overwhelms. Again, he's had enough defending. He's had enough defending against Adepts. He's had enough. GG gets called, and Krystianer, he fights back, tying up the series 1-1. GG. Does have the series. Even though he was hurting economically, he was slowly over time building up that Stalker count. Again, he had +1 over his opponent as well. And eventually he was able to finally break free, finally deal with the Adepts and move out across the map. And Geralt was barely not ready. Did have a shield battery, did have an Immortal, that is true, but still just did not have enough Stalkers or enough support for that Immortal either. GG. GG, well played. We do have a tied up series here, and we're getting into game number 3. As a reminder, this is the best of 5, so plenty more games ahead of us, plenty more to come. Here we go. Here we go. I think removing battery overcharge was a very bad idea. I think there is a consensus amongst the pro scene that is quite positive towards the change to the overcharge. We have seen that against Terran and Zerg players, respectively. The NG overcharge Protoss players have been able to adapt, have been able to acclimate as well, and it has been very exciting to see Protoss players make use of additional stasis traps, additional oracles, additional sentries, High Templar, Storm as well. Has been very exciting to see, and they have been handling it quite well. Here in PvP, I do think that there is a change in this matchup. I mentioned before, but I do think that the change to the overcharge will impact Max Pax quite a bit, especially when it comes to his standard PvP play. We have seen recently Astrea take down players like Max Pax more and more regularly in the PTR events, just because these more greedy builds can be punished that much harder. But likewise, it goes for this scenario as well. Geralt, he was investing quite heavily in harassing across the map, which means he had the bare minimum to defend, and he doesn't get away with that defense, right? He gets punished for losing so many Adepts across the map. Sure, he got some economic damage, but his main army was lacking. And relying on something like a shield battery, like an overcharge, isn't as reliable as it otherwise once was. So the punish is greater. Punish is greater. Could have farmed Immortals back at him the entire time. He could have tried to transition faster. Sure. If you remember, I believe the Robo was at the 3rd, so it was a later Robo, later Immortal production for Geralt, because he was investing so heavily into his Adept Harass, of course, into Glaives. There was a lot that came into that. But you could argue that after a time, I mean, the Adepts did a lot of damage, but you could argue that after a time there was maybe some diminishing returns there, and there could have been maybe a faster, whether it's a faster transition into robo production or a faster third base in general. Was a bit of a later third by Gerald. Regardless, GG. GG, well played. We are getting into game number 3. I think they've won in offense where they lost in defense, because Instastorm ain't a bad idea. Yes and no. Like, we have seen, I mean, that's why I was mentioning before about how much more commonly we see Storm as a follow-up after 4-gate Blink, for example, or Blink-based openers in PvT, is having Storm defensively and having extra Storms defensively is it's pretty huge. Like, it has allowed for a very different defense than we have seen previously, whether it's in PvT or even PvZ as well. I'm always reminded of, I think it was 2 weeks ago, we casted Astrea versus Solar on Ultra Love, where Solar went for a Roach All-In. He went for a 3-base Roach All-In against Astrea, and Astrea had so many Storms to defend. It was crazy. it was really cool. But here we go. We're getting into Snowpiercer, and spawning in the top right-hand corner of Snowpiercer, we have the red Protoss player for the land of Poland, representing Streamer Zone. Being forced into a side of series, it is Gerald. And spawning in the bottom left-hand corner, we have his opponent. We have the blue Protoss player, also from the land of Poland, representing his new team, Offside Esports, tying up the series. It is Krystianer. Here we go. As we are loading into one of the larger maps in the map pool. Much larger map. Longer rush distance by ground, and we've had a really chaotic series so far. Game 1, if you remember, Gerald went for a 1-base all-in. Game 2, Krystianer went for a 1-base all-in. And now we're getting into game number 3. I think Gerald is, I would imagine, maybe we can get some translations in the chat. I think Gerald is asking if Krystianer had +1 in that last attack in the last game, and Krystianer is confirming that he did have +1, which is true. Did have it. Did have the upgrade lead. That's too much Polish. I don't. that I'm assuming is talking about micro and maybe miscontrol. Meanwhile, I believe XD from Krystianer translates to XD. I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong. I believe we have some Polish viewers in the chat. Siema, papi, siema. Would appreciate some translations. Names. Oh yeah, we'll get there. Oh, so that's why it's so hard to mark. There you go. There you go. Lovely. As now you have a double Stalker out of Geralt. Meanwhile, we have, Sentry into Expand. So Krystianer is cutting corners. He's rushing into a much faster Nexus. Basically what happened here is that Krystianer, he skipped a second unit. He goes for a single Sentry. He does skip a second unit instead. Does lead into a much faster Expand. And meanwhile, Geralt, he goes for a more delayed expansion in favor of double Stalker. Double Stalker into a Stargate. So very aggressive start here by Geralt. This is not an all-in by any means. He should still be expanding. His expansion is going to be delayed, but he makes up for that with Oracle Harass, as Oracle's going to be on the way. Oracle's going to be on the horizon. And it's going to be on Krystianer to scout. For the time being, he's unaware of the tech. He is aware of the delayed expansion, but for all Krystianer knows, it could be a Robo, could be a Twilight Council, could be 2 extra gateways, or even a Stargate. But that is what the Hallucination is for. That is the power of the Sentry opener in PvP. Hallucination moves out across the map, and Krystianer will confirm. He gets eyes on the Stargate and on the morphing in Oracle. He knows. He knows what's going on. Back at home, it's going to be on Krystianer to defend. Does have a Stalker disadvantage, but he has a shield battery, he has sentries, he should be fine. Does miss the force fields. Ay. That was a bit of a waste. He does not get the Stalker slips away. And Geralt escapes. Geralt, he does escape. Does meet up with additional adepts. Here comes that Oracle into the main. Krystianer's in position. 2 Stalkers in the main base are ready. At the same time, though, Adepts say shade in. They distract the Stalkers. It's going to be 2 probes going down. 3 probes even. 3. Can we get 4? Up. Up. Not quite. 3 workers so far. Oracle's looking for another way in. 2 head in between the bases. Going for the revelation. As the Oracle does slip away. And despite losing those workers, Krystianer, he still maintains a worker lead. 36 probes to 32 from Gerald. Gerald likewise taking up even further. Went for a Stargate into Oracle, now into Blink as well. Into Blink Stalkers. Oracle delays the 3rd. Gerald can try to take his own. Ooh, my eyes are on this probe. Hello. As Gerald, he moves out, setting up for a proxy pylon. 3rd base has been taken, and Gerald, he's opting to go for a 2 base all-in. The pylon has been placed. It should be for proxy gateways to reinforce and to commit. Oh boy. So basically, Gerald, he confirms how greedy Krystianer is being, and he's going to try to punish it. Building up more Stalkers. Blink is almost done. Yeah, extra gateways are on the way. And Krystianer, he does get an idea of what's going on. He confirms there is no 3rd. That is a tell. He gets eyes on a part of the gateway explosion. Should be checking the linear 3rd base as well. He will spot a probe in position, but for the most part, he should be aware that something is wrong, something is amiss, and he needs Stalkers. Does need Stalkers at home to defend. Checking the units tab. Gerald, he's got 10 Stalkers. Sorry, he has 8. Compared to the 10 of Krystianer. Krystianer, he has an Immortal, he has a shield battery. Krystianer, he should be okay. It's going to be close. Gerald, he picks off one of the Stalkers, he dives in. Dives in the Immortal, he's out of it into the shield battery. And shield battery's a little bit too far back. The Immortal goes down, and Gerald, does he have too much? Does he have enough? The shield battery is helping. Tanking a lot of shots. It does tank a lot of shots. Krystianer, he's holding on. Backup Immortal has arrived, and Krystianer, he holds. Oh, leading out another Stalker. He does hold on. Back at home, Geralt now expanding. But he was very committed here, and he was hoping for more. As Gerald is down 10 workers. It seems over. Zura catching and transferring Immortal. Just barely does snipe it. Very nice pick off here by Gerald. And very nice pick off. A rough trade for Krystianer, bleeding out even more Stalkers. Adepts into the 3rd. I mean, we've seen Gerald pop off with Adepts before. Can't do it again. Getting another up to 5, up to 6 probes. Oh my god. Krystianer out of position. He was chasing the shade. Stalkers, they come in from behind. They snipe the Immortal up. Barely do get it. Immortal goes down. And Geralt, he might just have too much here. He does have an overwhelming army. GG gets hold. He breaks the 3rd. And Geralt will take a 2-1 lead in the specified. GG. GG, well played. Gerald does take a lead here. Again, Gerald, he saw the greed of Krystianer. He punished it quite hard. Krystianer, he was building up that Immortal count, but that was why it was so important that Gerald was able to snipe Immortal after Immortal time and time again. The first Immortal was out of range of the shield battery, so it could not be supported. Likewise, second Immortal was transferring in between the bases as well, so massive pickoffs there from Gerald. If Krystianer had built up towards 3 Immortals, I mean, he would have helped. He would have been fine. He would have been able to hold on, would have defended. Alas, that was not the case. GG. GG, well played. Krystianer was overwhelmed. And now Geralt only needs one more win here, one more game to become this week's champion. Uno más, papi, uno más. Meanwhile, Krystianer has to fight back here and now to force the ace match. And we'll see if he can. I feel like all of this will come down to the maps. Where are we going? Where are we dropping? What map are we getting into? Here we go. So players are getting ready. On top of that, for those who are unaware, this is our first broadcast of the night. I guess technically our second broadcast of the day. We do have another broadcast later on in a couple of hours. We are going to be covering the playoffs of the Firegrow Cup. For the past 2 days, we have been covering Group A and Group B of the Firegrow Cup. And tonight is the finals. It's the playoff semifinals into the grand finals as well. So we'll be featuring that later on. Featuring players like Young Yakov, players like Nikaract, Strange, alongside many others, so do consider checking it out. Wayne as well. We'll be covering that in a couple of hours. I say a couple, it's going to be in how many? Just double checking. In just under 3 hours time, which means I'll have some time there to get some food, to rest up a little bit before we jump into our next broadcast. Here's going to be the plan. Yo, and tomorrow we only have one cast? Let's go. Kind of. Of course, tomorrow we have the Wardy TV Monday. Do not forget. That's when we get into all the Monday Cups. Wardy TV Monday, Pigo Store Monday, SEL. It's going to be over the course of the week. We'll get there. We'll get there. For now, it looks like we have our map of choice. We're going to be loading into Ley Lines. Oh boy. And spawning in the bottom left-hand corner of Ley Lines, we have the red Polish Protoss player representing Streamer Zone. One more game is all he needs to become this week's champion. It is Gerald. And spawning in the top right-hand corner, we have his opponent. We have the blue Protoss player representing Offside Esports. It is Krystianer. He has to fight back here and now to force that ace match to bring us to Game 5. Can we make it all the way to that final game? I mean, the pressure is on. The pressure is on the blue Protoss. We'll see where he takes us. Again, one of the big features of Ley Lines is how defendable this map is, especially on a 3 and even 4 base setup. We have a lot of ramps, we have a lot of choke points. It can be quite difficult to break a defending player here on Ley Lines. So we'll see what kind of approach our players have. I will say in general this series, Krystianer has been cutting corners. In general, we've seen more economic, more greedy plays from him, and we have seen Gerald be quite successful in punishing that greed. So we'll see if Krystianer, he does calm things down, or if he tries to embrace that once again on Ley Lines. Wouldn't be opposed to it. Wouldn't be opposed to it. As probes are moving out. Huh. Do pass by each other. Getting an eye on any proxy pylon as they slip into the main base and they count the pylons themselves. As Krystianer does confirm and gets eyes on the second pylon, likewise, so will Gerald. So no proxy pylon, no fake proxy pylon either, or no fake proxy either. Pylons are where they should be. Oh, Krystianer, he does lock down the probes! There's a cancel on the pylon. Cheeky move out of Krystianer. Did he lose his probe in doing so? No, he did not. Probe did survive, did get out. Aye, aye, aye. But that is something that you can do in this matchup is if probes, if they stack up here in that small little alcove, then you can lock them in. Shaking my head. Krystianer, calm down. Meanwhile, across the map, Gerald, he does actually allow the pylon to finish, and he even goes for the proxy. Oh my god, proxy gateway, cybercore even at the natural, delaying the expansion even further. Krystianer forced to make a second unit, the Stalker, of course. Works on the pylon. Likewise, Krystianer also blocking across the map. Gerald, he does open up Stargate instead, though. Gerald, he wasn't expanding, he was taking regardless. So Stargate into Oracle. Meanwhile, Krystianer, he's going for a delayed tech, delayed Twilight Council. Was not the initial plan of Krystianer, but that's just a big delay. So once again, we have a similar dynamic where Krystianer, he tried to cut corners, he was cutting, I mean, he delayed his Stalker in favor of trying to get a faster expansion. He was delayed, forced to tech up, didn't want to. Delayed tech because of that. And the Adepts shade in. They get 3 probe kills in the main. Can he get one more? He can. 4 probes for 2 Adepts. Well worth it for Gerald. Does he get a full scout? He does. He does. Somewhat. Does get eyes on the Twilight Council. Likewise, Hallucination gets eyes on the Stargate into Twilight Council as well. Krystianer is aware, and he's getting ready. Stalkers are in position. Oracle moves out. Oracle does threaten a dive, does get into the mineral line. Krystianer slightly out of position. 3 probe kills, not bad. 3 workers go down. Meanwhile, double adept into the natural, and once again, Gerald, he is popping off. Oh my god. 6, 7 probe kills. Can he get 8? Can he get 9? Up. Can he get 10? Jesus. Oh my god. He does not, thankfully. But 9 probes go down, and maybe I spoke too soon because the Oracle... Okay, the Oracle does threaten a dive, but doesn't quite... Does get in! No shot, does pivot around, does juke the Stalkers. Gets 10, gets 11 probes, 12! 12 workers go down. Ay. The Oracle survives. Back at home, Gerald, he's chilling. He takes a worker lead. Gateway explosion on the way, working towards being Stalkers. And Krystianer doesn't really have much going his way. I mean, he is building up his own Stalker count. He does have Blink on the horizon as well. Krystianer will eventually break out, but I feel like Gerald should be able to keep up. Should have the economy for it. Hallucination confirms the would-be third. Oh. Likewise, Gerald, he's ready to delay. Stasis goes off. Krystianer throws down extra gateways. Wait, no, sorry, that was Gerald. Gerald throws in extra gateways. Krystianer moves out. So looking at the units tab, Krystianer, he does have a Stalker lead, true. Currently, he does. But the gateways, they just finished. And Gerald, he's warping in. He's warping in. Stasis traps are set up. I spoke earlier about how defendable this map is. Oh, and a massive stasis does connect. Catches 4 Stalkers. Gerald, he responds. He's down 5, now really only down 1 Stalker in the head-on fight. And wants to force the engagement. Does poke in at the same time, Oracle into the main. Stasis runs out. And Krystianer's expanding. He's expanding back at home. Gerald, he goes for the dive. Krystianer likewise dives as well. Who takes the better trade? Krystianer bleeding out a lot of Stalkers. Those Stalkers do go down. Stalker counts are quite close. And Gerald, he still maintains that lead. Oracle finally goes down. But Gerald, he does have the greater economy, going for extra gateways as a result, and more importantly, +1. +1 is on the way. So Gerald, he will soon have the upgrade lead as well. Into DTs, okay, why not? Templar on the way. Dark Templar on the horizon. So far, Krystianer just focusing on what's ahead of him. Gerald taking a 4th base. Getting another expansion. Krystianer going for his own Dark Shrine. Makes sense. The Oracle might just scout, though. Gerald, he does distract. Oracle into the mineral line. Probes are going down once again. And Gerald, he gets a full scout. He does get eyes on the Dark Shrine. He sees everything. He sees all. He knows all. Catching transferring workers as well. And Gerald, he is pulling Krystianer apart. There's a shade into the mineral line. Dark Shrine is done. See, Krystianer trying to set up his own proxy pylon to reinforce across the map. Gerald has yet to warp in any DTs. Is there detection? There is one observer in between the bases. Is the one observer. Dark Templar warping in across the map. Gerald, he does have cannons on the way. Again, he already scouted. He already confirmed the Dark Shrine. As GT does waddle in. Can maybe pick off some pylons. Cannons still just now finishing up. Gonna find some probes. 3 probes going down. Not bad. Gerald, he's focusing on this push. He's even on Stalkers. Upgrades, I mean, Krystianer, he's caught up. Upgrades are even. Likewise, you have attempted DT harass, but there are cannons all over the place. Krystianer, he holds. And the game, it looks like it will progress. Krystianer did not have enough to break the 3rd, and now the robots are finishing up. We do have a bit of a supply block, but disruptors are on the way. Let's go. That is the way to bounce back. Is with purification overs. The disruptors, they have arrived. Despite the fact that Krystianer, he is down in army supply, I mean, disruptors are the great equalizer. They can pop up. Denial on the 4th. Novas go up. Up. Oh, no big connections. Gets only 1 Stalker. Krystianer, he's in trouble. He had to make the Novas worth his while. And just so far, not. We do have 2 more disruptors coming in. Again, they need to connect. Gerald's rotating around, going for his own bay, his own robo, his own disruptors. His own disruptors are on the way. Nice bait. Gerald setting up a Zeld surround, or Zeld harass. Is spotted by the observer. Gerald's pushing in. The disruptors, he gets 1. 1 disruptor goes down. Going for the rovers as well. Oof. And he does get 1. Not quite the other. Once again goes for the dive. He gets almost. He does get every single disruptor. They go down 1 after the other. Very nice cleanup here by Gerald. Just catching Krystianer out of position. Thanks to the Zell run by. Threatens another dive. Backs off. Going for his own disruptors. Gerald, he maintains his lead here. He's got so many bases. He's on 4, soon to be, 5 and 6. He's getting up to 6 bases, a solid economy. Plenty more disruptors. Has caught up. But it will still come down to the control. At the end of the day, even if Gerald, he does take a lead, doesn't matter if he takes an over to the face. He will lose that lead. Disruptors from behind. No, he goes off. Big connection. Very nicely done. DTs, they do hit the 4th. Nova's going off. Ooh, big connections here now in favor of Gerald. Does get better connections. Dark Templar going for the expansion. Oh, they do force a cancel. Nice, Nova. But GG gets called. There's just too much. Krystianer, he's contained on 3 bases. He cannot keep up. And Gerald will take the series 3-1, becoming this week's Sparkling Tuna Cup champion. Whew. GG. GG, well played. Gerald's really flexing his speed, I would say, in this matchup. We saw time and time again, whether it was in Game 1, Game 2, or even here in the final game, Game 4, we saw that Gerald, he was just popping off when it came to harass, whether it was Adept harass, Oracles, Zealot run-bys as well, just trying to outposition and pull Krystianer apart. Gerald's just relying on his maneuverability and on his speed over his opponents, and did do quite well. Did do quite well for himself. Typically, Krystianer, he's more of a defensive player initially here, where he just builds up that death ball of an army and then breaks out across the map. But he had a very hard time keeping up with the harassment of Gerald. And with that, GG. GG, well played. Congratulations here. Gerald will be our new champion. This week. Congratulations. And my condolences to Krystianer. He played well there to make it to the finals. Played very well. And he even made a finals out of this, right? He made a series out of this. It was not a 3-0 by any means. And even some of these other games, he did have his own opportunities as well. Regardless, with that, we have crowned our champion. And again, if you want to help support these players, you can do so via Matcherino, !Matcherino in the chat. You get a link to the Matcherino page where you can help support and help fund the prize pool. Otherwise, you can do so via Patreon. You can see here under Gerald's name the current amount that we make per month via Patreon, and our next stretch goal as well to reach the next tier of support to help boost the prize pool. Again, you can actually check out our Patreon. The layouts, or I guess the distribution of where all the money goes in the tournaments is shown there. The allocation of the funds, of course, and of course our next stretch goals as well to help boost the prize pool, to help grow and help support all these players. It is all there if you wish to take part. Likewise, we also give some benefits. A part of that are replay packs. If you want these replay packs, if you want to help learn to play like Gerald's, like Krystianer, like Björn, Shin, Trap, and many other players that we do cast on a regular basis, you can do so via becoming a patron or subscribing. You know, we do provide replay packs to both patrons and subscribers on Twitch. We have plenty of replay packs available and plenty more to come. A lot of replays. If you're interested in that sort of thing. Otherwise, thanks so much. Thanks so much for watching. Thanks so much for the support. We do appreciate it. As I've said before, this is only our first broadcast of the evening. Our next broadcast is in 2 hours. In 2 hours' time. In 2 hours is going to be our next broadcast, and that is going to be the Fire Grow Cup number 4. Fire Grow Cup number 4, the playoffs of the Fire Grow Cup. Quickly checking the Wikipedia. I believe we have 6 players. I believe we have 6 players in the playoffs. It is going to be Young Yakov, Wayne, Nickrak, Strange, alongside 2 others, alongside Replicant and Art. Oh boy. So we have our top 6, and we will crown our champion for the Fire Grow Cup number 4 as well. That is going to be later on this evening. Until then, we do have some time to get some food, get some snacks. I'm probably just going to wash up. Probably just going to try to freshen up as well and get ready for a night of casting. Let's go, Papi, let's go. For a night full of casting. So look forward to it. When it comes to other events happening here for us, especially if you cannot tune into the Fire Grow Cup, we are going to be live tomorrow with the Wardy TV Monday. Likewise, we're going to be live with the Pigosaur Monday as well. This week we have the Tenacious Turtle Tussle. We have SEL, the StarCraft Evolution League. I believe StarCraft Evolution League was yesterday live, but we are going to be going over those matches via replays. And I am going to be dragging Yaku on. Yaku of the Zaku is a member of the Cranky Ducklings, and I will be dragging him on to cast SCL for the first time. He has never casted StarCraft Evolution, so I'm sure it's going to be a great time. It's going to be amazing. It's going to be beautiful. Let's go. That is going to be the plan. Otherwise, thanks so much. Thanks so much for watching. Thanks so much for tuning in. Again, we're going to be back in a couple of hours with some more StarCraft. Otherwise, enjoy the rest of your weekend here. Sunday has come to an end. You know, we're getting into Monday already, but if you're out there, enjoy what remains of your weekend and have a great time. Have a good night. Until then, hasta luego. Thank you so much. You can help follow us as well. You can follow us on all the social medias, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and Discord, all things Cranky Ducklings. We are live on YouTube at the same time, so if you do prefer VODs or just watching on YouTube, it's all there on our YouTube channel, and VODs are uploaded on a daily basis. We did live cast Alima League 2 days ago, and Alima League is going to be uploaded over the next couple of days as well. I'm working on it. I'm working on the VODs. Will be uploaded soon to YouTube. Otherwise, thanks for watching. We'll see you guys in a couple of hours. See you guys next time. Till then, hasta luego. Ciao, papi, ciao. Hasta luego.